Greetings all, Frog here. Let's play some Europa Universalis 4. Alright, so you'll notice I'm here at the select screen to select a nation for a number of reasons. One, because I have upgraded to 1.13 and it is hopefully upgrading itself to all the latest versions, so that should make the AI slightly smarter, because one of the things that drove me insane was that the AI is garbage. Obviously the AI is still probably not great, but they've got to be better. They've got to be better than what's going on in this part of the world. Down over here, excuse me, in Indochina. One thing I can tell you for sure, we are not playing in Indochina, because I'm so fed up with that. So I want to do something that I think we're going to have fun with, and everybody's saying that I got to give the HRE another shot, because the HRE, well, another shot, you've never seen it on channel, but the HRE apparently has some really great mechanics, and it's been really balanced. It's really, really quite well done, frankly. And so I want to play something in the HRE. I'm not sure what yet. I kind of played around with creating a custom nation and just saying forget you achievements, but at the same time I have so few achievements. It's not like I'm an achievement guy, like I need to have achievements. And I'm paranoid for a second, so allow me to check to make sure my audio is recording. And it is. Okay, I thought so, but it was one of those things that you're like, I don't know if my audio is recording, so I better check. So it's recording, everything's copacetic, it's all hunky-dory. So it's really just a matter of deciding what do we want to play. Do we want to do a custom nation? Well, I kind of thought about doing a custom nation, but I don't know if anyone has any interest in that. You'd have to let me know. I did think about let's do the blob and just blob out of control. Let's do Sweden as OP, but Aruma's doing that right now, so I kind of don't want to do the same series that he's doing. I mean, you can't like not do the same series that somebody's doing, because it's always going to happen. I could go over to Newbie Island, but that's actually a little tougher in EU4, I think, because a unified England is breathing down your back too tightly. France and England don't start at war in this version, because this is the truce. If you're not aware with that, if you haven't played since I'm so used to Factorio, since 1.12, the 100 Years' War wasn't a truce during this period, so there is no war to start off between France and England, so playing England is a little bit easier, because you're not immediately going to be beat up by France, but let's be honest, you will be drawn to war. There are many things that are set up to do that. I thought playing the Commonwealth might be kind of interesting, Poland, Lithuania, maybe playing Poland can into space. That certainly seemed cool, but then I'm not in the HRE. Now, alternatively, I could play the Commonwealth and then come into the HRE and just eradicate the HRE, which is tempting. It's definitely tempting. Then, of course, you could just play the HRE, play the Emperor, be Austria, play around with the Empire mechanics. Then the alternative would be Brandenburg, is to be Brandenburg in play. Now this is where I wish I streamed, because I'd go to the chat right now and say, hey chat, should I play Brandenburg, Austria, the Commonwealth, or England? Because, you know, honestly, I think colonizing might be not a bad thing. I was enjoying colonizing quite a bit as Ayutthaya. But I don't have that. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my friends on Steam, just a real quick second here as I'm recording this, just to see what sort of thing that they might be interested in watching, because, you know, they're my friends on Steam. If you're not my friend on Steam, well, that's okay. Are any of them online? Nobody is online. How can that be possible that nobody is online? People are always online. Oh, okay, it's refreshing. I'm going to say, that's crazy. Bear, how are you not online? You're always online. Alright, it's just us, guys, because the only two friends I have on Steam do not play EU4, so that won't be helpful. Look. Poland, Lithuania is kind of just, it's calling me. Let's get the Canada's into space. Alright, let's size it up. If we're Poland, Lithuania, our biggest rivals are, of course, going to be Muscovy and Novgorod. We got to be worried about them. We might be able to ally Sweden against their war with Denmark and try and keep the power of Denmark down. Hungary would be another natural target, and then the Ottomans, of course. Ottomans, I think, are going to be the biggest threat in the game. Poland, Lithuania, Austria. Poland, Lithuania, Austria. Brandenburg. Brandenburg's another smaller start like Ayutthaya. I kind of want a bigger start just because I do. I had the Muscovy campaign. Poland, Lithuania. Let's play Poland. Alright, so we're going to play Poland. Oh, wait. We might as well try and get the achievements while we're doing it. Alright, so we're going to play Poland. So what are we trying to do here? Well, we're going to the cloud. We're going to Iron Poland. Into space. Into space. don't think I can do an exclamation point. I'm not even going to try. So here we go. So the ultimate goal of the game, we have till 1821. So that gives us slightly less than 400. 44 minus 21 is 23. So it gives us 376 years, 377 years, I guess, depending on where in 1821 it stops, to get all the way to 32, Tech 32 for all of them. And that's our goal. Okay, so we're Poland. We start with Mazovia and Moldavia in the fold. Okay, they are, I think one might be a march, but this is definitely a vassal. Look, let's just go through. We'll go through piece by piece. We're starting over. First off, can we just admire the map for a second? How beautiful that is. So Aruma's mod pack, all the different mods that he uses, one of them that wasn't working on my version of 1.12 because I had never upgraded the mod pack was the one that gives you the better borders and the better stuff. It just looks so nice. It's pretty. Okay, so let's do our thing. First off, I have provinces that are not. Oh, they're Orthodox. Well, 333 months is a long time, so we might not do that quite yet. But we have some orthodoxy. That's not horrible. We can fix that later. We don't have any rivals, of course. Denmark, the natural rival. Hungary doesn't like us, of course. Denmark doesn't like us. And the Teutonic Order? I don't know if I care about that. Enemy of Denmark, Hungary, and the Teutonic Order. Certainly Denmark makes sense. Certainly Hungary makes sense because we're going to go after them at the beginning. Let's see. I mean, they've rivaled us. The counter-rivalry makes sense. They're rivaled with the Ottomans, so I don't have to worry about that coming through. And I don't like Bohemia either, so Bohemia might be a natural ally. Bohemia, do you like me? You like me well enough, so that's certainly possible, and that's my way into the Empire, if need be. So that certainly seems like a possibility, is Bohemia might be it. Is this too loud? It feels too loud. Give me a second here. It feels like the audio is high again. We're just bring it down just a titch. If that ends up being too soft, let me know. But it feels too loud. I've got a pretty good grasp now for how my microphone is, or my earbuds, not earbuds, my earphones, how they're supposed to sound, and it feels loud. Okay, so if we go with Hungary, then Moravia is, or Bohemia rather, which contains Moravia, is a natural ally. Lithuania has already rivaled Hungary, so that seems like the smart thing to do. Okay, so yep, there's that. Do we have the PU yet, or does that take a bit to fire? The interregnum, of course. I don't know if the PU is immediate. Well, I suppose I could find out, can't I? It is not immediate, but it will happen eventually. It will fire. It seems incredibly unlikely that it will not. If it doesn't, then I suppose we're going to have some problems. But I'm pretty sure he eventually dies and all things happen. So let's just get that alliance right off the bat, because we're going to want that PU anyway. So that's that, obviously. Hungary, sure. Hungary's going to be a rival. It also means that Austria might be on our good side. Hungary, there we go. Okay. Austria is a natural ally at this point. They don't want an alliance with us yet because they're neutral to us, and we're not as strong as they could be. But it's possible that we could get on the good side of the Emperor. They have rival Bohemia, Venice, and Aragon. So that actually seems unlikely in this game, because they're gonna want to rival Bohemia, and they're gonna want to be our friends. Brandenburg is not going to be a problem. That they don't like the Teutonic Order, so that could be something. We could gain a little help with that. I mean, obviously, we're going to want to take out Pomerania. Where's Danzig, by the way? Because that's pretty much what we want to start with, if we can get there. I'm going insane because I don't know where stuff is. There it is. Yeah, the Teutonic Order, we're going to have to go after, so maybe we rival them. Counter-rival, that makes sense to me. I can get behind that. Counter-rival, we'll just counter-rival everybody. Rather than think about this too hard, we'll just go in, okay, and then we will rival the Teutonic Order. So we're just going to counter-rival everybody. We're going to try and rival Lithuania. That would certainly stop the PU. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? It is sort of tempting. What's going on with the clouds over here? Fog of War looks a little weird. I might have to adjust that setting too. I don't know why. Should be okay. Strange. Don't know. We have provincial unrest. We have Volinian separatists. 18 years. And Halich, Podol, Shemsil, and Lwov. Down in here. These people don't like me? Why don't you like me? Oh, you barely don't like me. It's the unity thing. These are the Orthodox provinces. Okay, well that's not a problem. I could just up stability by 1, and that would take care of that problem. So that's not a problem. I have free advisors, of course. The interregnum is garbage, because it's the interregnum 000. We'll have to wait to see what's going on with that. This will have 5 only because I have a focus. I could remove a focus, but administrative is good because we want to get up to Tech 5. What are my missions? Improve our prestige? Not going to happen. Conquer Western Prussia? Also not going to happen. Not right now. Eventually. Oh, there's decisions now for that. Oh, see, that's interesting. I've never actually played as Poland. I've never played as Poland or Lithuania. I've played around them, but this is the first time, so... solidified papal relations seems so easy. You've got to like me already, yeah? Plus 25. Alright, so we'll start with that. You'll notice we have 3 diplomats because we are a kingdom level nation. And so we get an extra diplomat, which is sort of nice. Okay, let's go back to these decisions here. We are an interregnum, so eventually I think we have to get to 10, right? Stability at least 1. Trade ideas or economics. So we have to complete all this stuff, but we could go plutocratic, which would change the government to a merchant republic. We could change to a noble republic. We could change to a theocracy, which seems unlikely, but maybe. PU. Lose 200 diplo power, and we form a PU with Lithuania. So we have to have 100 diplo power and 1 stability. The ruler is... and it's not... Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. So, eventually we could do the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth if we get to Admin Tech 10. And we have to get Warsaw, Danzig, Marienburg, and Lithuania. And Mazovia does not exist in order to form the Commonwealth. Well, we're going to form the Commonwealth. So that means we're going to have to integrate Mazovia. We're not going to get rid of them, but we're going to integrate them. Western Focus, what is this? Admin Tech 10, Stability 1, Development at least 200. Sure. Owns Danzig, Wien, and Prague. To have a Western Focus. What's that give us? Oh, oh my god, that's all we have to do to Westernize? Wow. Is this new? Guys, is this new? Can you help me out with that? I'd never have seen this. So is this the new way to Westernize? Or can we still Westernize the old-fashioned way? We can still Westernize the old-fashioned way. I mean, that's not going to happen that way. But look at our new option. Oh, that's not what I want. We could do Western Focus now. So we get Danzig, Vienna, and Prague. Well, I mean, it's possible. There's Vienna. Danzig, we're planning to get anyway. And then Prague is down in here somewhere. Prague. Where are you, Prague? Well, fine. Oh, that's not fine. Fine. Prague. Ah, it's Bohemia. Of course it is. So if we had those 3, we could just Westernize it. Admin Tech 10. Oh, that's so exciting. And separatism lower than 1, of course. So that just means we have to sit on them for 15 years. We can't grab it and then immediately go Western. That is certainly a possibility. Okay. Wow, lots of exciting possibilities as Poland. I like it. Ideas at 5 now, of course. Technology, we start 333. Pretty typical. We are Eastern Tech, which is not a problem. 20% is not horrible. We can make that work. How's our trade doing for us? Our merchants are in Crimea, currently directing to Kiev. Is Kiev our home node? No, Krakow is our home node. So why would we not transfer power from Kiev to Krakow? We're already doing that. Oh, okay. That's just, it's a bad tooltip. So we are transferring trade power. Alright, so 2 transferring. We're transferring upstream. We should get a bonus then for that. Which we don't. That's where it is. Okay, so we do. That's good. That's probably our best option then. We are going to want to embargo our rivals. So we rivaled Hungary. We're going to want to embargo you. Issue that embargo. We want to embargo Denmark probably next. I'm out of diplomats. So let's let time run on 2 at least while we set things up. I can't play on speed 1. Woohoo! Lithuania is allied to us. That's an important thing. So we will, believe me, we will definitely embargo. No, not yeah, Teutonic Order. Good. We will absolutely push that button to form a union with Lithuania. In order to do that, we just have to get to Diplo 100 and then have stability of 1. So we will definitely increase stability here eventually, which is going to require, what, 100 points or something, right? 100 points, I think, at 0. 121 because of religious unity. God, screw you, religious unity. But fair. So at 121 admin points and 100 Diplo power, we will form the PU with Lithuania because reasons. It's too good not to, honestly. So we want to get some more points. I don't know if we can afford it. We probably can. What's our economy look like? We're making 4.2 ducats at full maintenance, so we can absolutely afford some advisors. So let's get a diplomatic advisor here. Better relations over time is kind of nice. We can't afford level 2 anyway, so there we go. We can afford 2 advisors for sure. Missionary strength? Possible. Let's see what that does to my conversion chances. 43 months. That's perfectly acceptable. So let's try and convert that province. Military, we don't care about our leader. Our army tradition is garbage. That's not surprising. We have 2 forts active. Let's mothball them. Yes, absolutely, because we don't care about that at the moment. We do not plan to get into war anytime soon. Alright, this is a good start. I'm happy with this. Truces will expire with the Ottomans. That's terrifying. Let's just improve relations with the Ottomans. I mean, I don't anticipate it doing anything, but, you know, if we could just try and keep them off our back. Any little bit, right? Let's just improve relations a smidge. Negative 43. We were at war. That's going to tick down. They want some of our provinces. That's, you know, I mean, sure. Those sorts of things happen. Let's just try and stay on their good side, though. We've got that extra diplomat. We might as well use him. Our trade immediately went down. That's unfortunate. Oh, that stuff looks good. That looks fine. I now have Orthodox Zealots, but that's because I'm converting. And if they're not going to pop before they convert, that's fine. That's fine. Subjects are fine. Good. Good start. Good start. Good start. Disputed succession. Okay, thanks. Thank you. And I could get a military advisor as well. I could afford it. So we might as well. Discipline. Discipline's always good. Alright. We've begun. The game is afoot, as they say. I'm taking a horrendous attrition in my own lands. Let's not do this. Let's just split it halfway. Some of you go there, some of you go here. So we do not suffer horrendous attrition in my own lands. Okay, all this stuff is going on. Military alliances are going. What's my relationships look like? What? F1, 1. No, F1, 2. Me. That's not me. Yet. 3 out of 4. I can get 1 more here. I've got an alliance and 2 vassals. Oh, well, Moldavia is a march. Okay, well, that's fine. Bohemia seemed like the natural ally, but then Austria won't like us. That would be unfortunate. Crimea maybe would come and take care of us if we had a skirmish with the Ottomans. The big blue blob is probably too far away. Yeah. Oh, they're rivals. They're allied with... Oh my god, France and Hungary are allied. That's not good. Genoa's not worried about how their alliance with Austria, of course. Denmark, who hates you? England? Sure. England, Scotland, I am Poland. England. Want to be friends? Oh, England. We could be bestest buddies. That's not too far. What the hey? We'll see if we can't get on the good side of England. It'll draw us into the 100 Years' War, but that's acceptable. Alright, I'm excited about this campaign. I feel like there's way too much going on here. Let's get rid of everybody and just give me the best guess. Yeah, that seems good. That's it, really. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. We're going to play the Commonwealth. Hopefully we can do this. Poland, get into space! Westernizing without using points, that's certainly going to help us get into space. That's for sure. You know, I think that's going to be one of the keys. Obviously, we're going to form the PU as soon as we can. If we're gaining 3 points a month, we need 66 more points. So in 22 months, we'll have the PU over Lithuania, barring any unforeseen setbacks. That will make it huge. Then we just start, you know, slowly going after people, Teutonic Order for the most part. We'll have to go after Bohemia at some point, obviously, and then we'll have to take on the Emperor. But eventually, it shouldn't be an issue. Already looking around, like from what I could see, there are far fewer forts in here to drive me insane. There's a bunch of them in the Teutonic Order, but they're a military order, so I'm not surprised about that. So I think this is a good thing. I'm going to need another one. I think Przemysl. I like that. Will probably have to be one. I think they're going to have to be one. And then, you know, if we can get Mazovia integrated, which of course we will, that will help too, and we'll get some more forts, and Warsaw will become our natural capital, etc., etc., etc. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, click the like button. Give me some comments about what you think, what you want to see, where we're going to go, what we're going to do, and just, you know, general ideas. Consider subscribing to the channel. Stay updated. Everything as it happens. And until next time, cheers.